Welcome, true lovers. I'm really excited to start this Tao Te Ching series, the Tao with relations to romantic relationships and finding a true soulmate. I should know, since after 3 failed marriages and God knows how many heartbreaking relationships, I was able to find my best friend and the love of my life, my current life partner, Rachel. And I could say that a lot of it, if not all of it, is thanks to this ancient wisdom, the Tao Te Ching. I will do another episode regarding where did the Tao Te Ching came from and who wrote it and when and what's behind it. But right now, I'm just going to jump right to it. And we're going to explore verse 1 of the Tao Te Ching. A timeless guide on flowing with life is one way to describe it. We're going to take its wisdom and apply it to something many of us are quietly longing for: finding a new romantic partner. Now, if you like to receive more videos like this, help us out by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to this channel to make our videos pop up more. Watch all the way to the end when you'll get likely the best advice you'll ever get if you're looking to attract the best relationship of your life based on this ancient wisdom. So let's get started. I'm going to start by reading verse 1 of the Tao Te Ching. This one was translated by Ju Fu Feng and Jane English. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The nameless is the beginning of heaven and earth. The named is the mother of 10,000 things. Ever desireless, one can see the mystery. Ever desiring, one sees the manifestations. These two spring from the same source, but differ in name. This appears as darkness. Darkness within darkness, the gate to all mystery. So what I want to do in this video, I want to share 5 insights for finding a romantic partner, something I'm very passionate about, considering what I've been through and what resulted after decades of search, some of it very painful search with lots of well-earned lessons. So 5 spiritual insights. Here we go. The first one would be, don't cling to labels. The name that can be named is not the eternal name, says the Tao Te Ching. Now, when we're searching for love, I know I did, we tend to create labels to make it maybe easier for us, make sense out of this chaotic thing called love and searching for a true lover. And in my case, it was, well, it has to be somebody from my own heritage, somebody who has similar background. And it also has to look a certain way based on things I'm attracted to in a partner, in a woman. And that works for a while. That can get you some dates. Maybe even you can get married that way. But does that create the ultimate relationship you need, you deserve, that works along with your personality, but more important, that has the traits of a healthy romantic relationship, of what I call a true soulmate relationship? So we might say, oh, they must be a spiritual in a certain way. They might look a certain way. They must have a certain profession, a certain income. But the most important thing maybe we can think of is to be open to the mystery. You know, the right soulmate might not look like your mental picture. And that's often a blessing. Something that might be different than what you expected. Let's go to the next one. Seek the essence, not the presentation. The nameless is the beginning of heaven and earth. So what truly sacred about a partner might not be visible on dating sites, and God knows I've looked through and through in those avenues with no success, no success that was lasting. It's how they make you feel. It's how you are able to grow together. Can they grow? Not everybody can. Certainly not in a significant way. We know a lot of people who are for decades, if not for the whole life, stuck in the same trap of concepts they have about life and what they're willing to give, what they want to take from us. How they sit in silence is another important thing. Can they sit in silence? Do they always have to throw joke after joke after joke? I have friends like that. I used to be like that. We need to go deeper than the aesthetics. We need to go deeper than job titles or income. We need to tune into their being. Are they kind? Is the biggest question I started to ask myself before I found my Rachel. Are they kind? And I can't emphasize it enough. Next one would be balance mystery and manifestation. Ever desire less, one can see the mystery. Ever desiring, one sees the manifestation. So our desire can really narrow our vision. I'm going to admit that most of my life, my adult life, the thing that led me, and I'm not proud of it, was how they looked. Was I attracted to them? Were they attractive enough? I remember one of my therapists said, why is that so important to you, how your partner looks like? And to me, of course, it was like, well, duh, I gotta be attracted to them, which we should be attracted to them. It is important to be attracted to one another in a romantic relationship. But she said something brilliant. She said, well, it almost looks like how they look like in your mind, Haim, reflects on you and your status and how people look at you. Which is kind of sad if you think about it. Shouldn't I be assured enough and have the right kind of high self-esteem enough not to worry about that as if it reflects on me? It doesn't, right? If we're too focused on what we want, on specific desired traits, which I would call superficial, such as looks and status and even income, we miss what's actually there. Let go sometimes. Let things unfold naturally. Get to know them on a deeper level. A grounded partner won't just show up. They emerge when you create space, when you allow and not chase. The next one would be embrace the unknown. Darkness within darkness, the gate to all mystery. Now, a new connection can be confusing, exhilarating, sometimes chaotic, which is something to watch out for, right? Sometimes we're attracted to chaos. I remember myself and old friends that I used to have, we would, guys' conversation, we would say, oh, I like the chaotic ones. I like those who are stirred up, feisty ones, right? It's sexy, it's attractive. Yeah, to some degree, but is that something you want to be with for years and years? Lots of chaos, lots of fights, lots of arguments, misunderstandings, because this particularly charming potential partner, somebody we're dating, we're starting to date, has a tendency to jump into those unnecessary arguments? I don't know about that, right? The unknown isn't a threat. It's a sacred space where real intimacy is born. Sit with the mystery. Let your heart open before your mind decides, especially as a way to avoid deciding on the wrong one. And I've done plenty of that. When I say the wrong one, there is such a thing. Okay, I don't want to go too much woo-woo on you as far as, oh, everybody could be the right partner, as some spiritual wisdoms might claim, not always explaining what that means. But at the end of the day, I would want somebody kind. I learned that that's what I need. I would want someone who's generous, who is reciprocative, right? I give and take, not just take, as some of my partners were. So be with it. See how you feel about it. Are you anxious around them? Are you confident and feeling secure around them? Do they make you jealous unnecessarily so? Things to look out for. And finally, remember, the source is shared. These two spring from the same source but differ in name. Now, every soul you meet is on their own journey just like you. When you meet someone, you're not just matching hobbies or goals. I know I've seen a lot of dating sites, dating advice sites that talk about that, as if you're buying an electronic device or a car. You're reconnecting with a fellow piece of the divine. So start from that place. Respect the source in them, even as you learn their surface. And specifically what that relates to is sometimes they're different from what we planned on. Maybe they're not from our exact heritage, maybe different ethnicity, maybe different location altogether. I met my now beloved wife, Rachel, when she was in Asia while I was here in San Diego, California. And that's after on dating sites, I made sure that the person who I'm looking to date when I was single and looking for one should be no more than 30 miles away. But somehow I found somebody who was 10,000 miles away or so. Yet it worked out, didn't it? So respect the source in them and let it flow as you get to know them. Especially, are they the right person for you, or are they somebody who's going to cause trouble in your life? Now, I promised at the end of this video, 3 amazing pieces of advice based on what we just heard. And before that, if you like this kind of content, kindly like, comment, smash that subscribe button like it owes you money, so that we can show up more in your feed and help us get to the next YouTube milestone. I love what we do, and I want more people to be able to enjoy that. So 3 practical pieces of advice while you're searching for love. 1, pause before you label someone. Instead of saying, they're not my type, or maybe, oh yeah, they are my type, simply because you're attracted to them physically, sit with how they feel. Watch their energy, not just their resume. Ask, does my spirit feel calm, curious, or joyful around them? Or do I feel some other negative feelings? 2, spend time alone to clear desire. I'm going to talk a lot about meditation in these videos and the value they bring. Before dating, practice solitude or meditation. The quieter your desires are, the clearer your intuition becomes. From this clarity, you attract what aligns, not what distracts. 3, let connection grow organically. Don't rush. God knows I used to do that. Avoid forcing chemistry, especially don't rush to get physical. That's something that's going to completely blind us when we're trying to make a decision whether it's the right partner or not. Do not rush. Enjoy it as a dating experience, almost like you're interviewing each other in a friendly way, of course. Have fun. Focus on having fun, not on how soon can we kiss, how soon can we get in bed, or worse than that, how soon can I make her or him my boyfriend, girlfriend. Let conversations and shared silence teach you about that someone. The Tao flows, it doesn't chase. Thank you guys. If this video stirred your soul or at least made your eyebrows rise in curiosity, honor the algorithm. Honor the algorithm gods by liking it. Leave a comment so the universe and I know you're out there. Share it with a friend who needs a gentle cosmic nudge. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider it your small act of enlightenment today. Click it like you choosing inner peace over chaos. Namaste and notifications, true lovers.